modest family living room in Chingford, East London. A young boy, no older than 8, sits on a sofa beside his father. His name is Harry Kane. His face is anxious. His hands are folded. His father, Patrick, holds a letter. The boy already knows what it says. He has been waiting for this moment. Chingford, East London. A quiet suburb where the streets are lined with family homes and the local pitches are always busy. In one of those homes, a boy named Harry Kane learned a lesson that would define his life. Not from a coach, from his father. Harry had been at Arsenal's academy for 1 year. At 8 years old, he had walked through the famous Hale End gates. At 9, they told him he was not good enough. Too slow, they said. Not athletic enough. In the cruel arithmetic of youth football, he had been found wanting. No worries, Patrick said. We'll just work harder. We'll go back to playing Sunday League and we'll get another opportunity. No excuses, no blame, no anger, just work. Harry Edward Kane was born on July 28, 1993 in Walthamstow, East London. His father, Patrick, was a man of Irish descent, born in County Galway, who had crossed the Irish Sea to build a life in England. His mother, Kim, was a Londoner with a quiet, unshakable faith in her children. Together, they were a team. Patrick worked. The details of his labor are not the stuff of headlines. He made ends meet. He instilled the importance of hard work in his sons from the earliest age. He taught them that nothing worth having comes without effort. The football genes came from somewhere else. But the work ethic, that was Patrick's gift. Kim believed first. Before the scouts, before the goals, before the world. Every night she cooked. Every morning she woke early. She poured love into her family the way Patrick poured sweat into his work. And when Harry was born, she saw something in him. A fire. Purpose. At Chingford Foundation School, Harry Kane met the girl who would become his wife. But before that, he met someone else. The photograph survives. Young Harry, awkward, hopeful, standing beside David Beckham, his hero, his future. In another photograph, a young girl named Katie Goodland smiles beside the same Beckham. They did not know each other then. The same school, the same hero, 2 separate moments. But their paths would cross, and they would never uncross. Harry and Katie, now teenagers, attend the same school. They recognize each other from the hallways. A friendship begins. A football pitch. A sign swings in the wind. After Arsenal, Harry returned to his roots. Ridgeway Rovers, the same grassroots club that had once nurtured David Beckham. He played Sunday League. He worked harder than anyone. And slowly, the scouts began to return. A coach pulls Harry aside. "You're not a winger," he says. "You're a striker. Stay central. Finish." The boy listens. He trusts. He adapts. The positions changed. Youth trials came and went. Watford offered a place. He spent 4 to 6 weeks there. Tottenham offered a trial. He was initially rejected there too. The boy from Chingford was becoming accustomed to rejection. But he was also becoming accustomed to getting back up. In 2004, an 11-year-old Harry Kane joined the Tottenham Hotspur Academy. Harry Kane walks through the gates of Spurs Lodge in Chigwell, the club he would grow to love, the club he would break records for, the club he would serve for nearly 2 decades. The journey had finally begun. In 2009, Harry Kane made his senior debut for Tottenham. He was 16 years old. He came off the bench in a Europa League qualifier. The boy who had been told he was not good enough was now wearing the lily-white shirt. But the work had only just begun. The years that followed were not glamorous. Loans to Leyton Orient, Millwall, Norwich City, Leicester City. The lower leagues of English football. The cold nights. The unforgiving crowds. The managers who doubted. Through it all, his father's voice echoed. "No worries. We'll just work harder." Patrick was not a shouter. He was a quieter, steadier presence. He would stand silently and watch his son play. If he felt improvement was needed, there were no excuses. Just work. 2014 to 15. The breakthrough. 31 goals in all competitions for Tottenham. The Premier League Golden Boot. the PFA Young Player of the Year. The one-season wonder tags began. One-season wonder, they called him. It became a badge of honor. He wore it as motivation. Then he scored 28 league goals the next season. Then 29. Then 30. By the time he was finished at Tottenham, he had become their all-time leading scorer. Over 280 goals. The most of any player in the club's history. He's one of our own, the Tottenham fans sang. And he was. But the song was not just about geography. It was about struggle. It was about refusal. It was about the boy who never stopped working. March 2018. Gareth Southgate called. "You will be England captain at the World Cup," he said. Harry did not celebrate. He called his mother. He told her the news. Kane wept. There were tears from Mum when Harry told his family. Not from him. He had work to do. But from her. The woman who had washed his kits, driven him to training, believed when no one else did. The captain's armband was not just his. It was hers, too. The World Cup in Russia in 2018. The World Cup Golden Boot. 6 goals. He most of any player in the tournament. He has led England to the semi-finals for the first time in 28 years. The nation celebrates. The boy who had been rejected by Arsenal was now the most feared striker on the planet. His father watched from somewhere in the stands. His mother wept. His wife smiled. His brother managed. Behind every great player, there is a team. For Harry Kane, that team included his brother Charlie. Charlie Kane had never been a footballer. He was not the famous brother, but he became something equally important. Harry's agent, his business manager, his right-hand man. He studied contracts, negotiated transfers, built an agency with one client, his own brother. In 2018, Charlie helped Harry sign a 6-year contract with Tottenham. Some questioned his experience. Some said Harry needed a professional agent. But Harry trusted his brother. The Kane family handled their own affairs. No outsiders. No boardroom snakes. Just family. Together, the Kane family built an empire. A property company named Edward James Investments. Edward being Harry's middle name. The business grew. £13 million. Then £15 million. Football was the engine. Family was the steering wheel. Harry is as astute with his money as he is with his finishing, a source observed. 2021. Euro 2020, played in 2021. Wembley, the final. Italy versus England. Harry Kane led his nation to its first major final in 55 years. They lost on penalties. The dream this time broke. The night before the final, Katie wrote Harry a letter. You know I am not one to cry too easily, but I found myself in tears when I started writing down how proud you're making us all. She used to laugh at him when he said he would be England captain one day. She was not laughing now. Harry did not weep. He did not rage. He walked off the pitch, head high, and thought, there is always tomorrow. In June 2023, Harry Kane sits in a room with his wife, Katie. They are expecting their 4th child. The phone rang. Bayern Munich wanted him. They are willing to pay £100 million for his signature. The biggest transfer in Tottenham history. He must decide. Stay loyal or leave for a new challenge and opportunity to win trophies. Katie was heavily pregnant with their 4th child. The baby was due in weeks. Harry asked her, "What should we do?" She did not hesitate. "Go," she told him. "We will join you when the baby is born." There was no fear. There was no complaint. There was only trust. Harry signs the contract with Bayern Munich. Charlie Kane, his brother, sits across the table. His father, Patrick, somewhere in the room. His mother, Kim, on the phone. The family is not just watching. The family is part of the deal. It has always been the Kane way. The Kane family did not fracture under the pressure. They held together. Charlie negotiated. Kim and Patrick managed the property business. Katie prepared to move 4 children across Europe. The family was not just supporting Harry. The family was the foundation upon which his career was built. Munich, the Allianz Arena. Harry Kane in Bayern colors. lifting the Bundesliga trophy. His new club, Bayern Munich, won the Bundesliga. Beer is poured over his head. He is laughing. He has finally won a club trophy after 13 years. His wife, Katie, is in the stands with their children. His parents are there too. His brother, Charlie, is somewhere in the crowd, smiling. The boy who had been told he was chubby and unathletic as a child finally held silverware in his hands. A photograph. Harry, covered in beer, smiling wide, surrounded by his family. Katie, his mother Kim, his father Patrick. The team celebrated, but the family celebrated harder. They had been on the journey for 30 years. They had earned this moment as much as he had. His mother was on the pitch. His father was by his side. His wife held their children. After 13 years, after 280 goals, after the loans and the rejections and the doubters, Harry Kane was a champion. The family that built him celebrated with him. A photograph of Harry's maternal grandfather, Erik Edward Haag, playing football in the 1960s. The black and white image shows a man in a Brentwood shirt, ball at his feet, joy on his face. The Kane footballing lineage runs deeper than the scouts ever knew. Erik played semi-professionally. Harry Kane's talent did not come from nowhere. His maternal grandfather, Erik Edward Haag, played semi-professionally for Blundell Rovers, Brentwood, and Worley in the 1960s. Harry, in an interview speaking about his grandfather, he smiles. "Dad probably won't like me saying that, but I think my granddad Erik on my mum's side was quite a good footballer," he says, and played at a decent level. Harry once said, "The genes were not manufactured by an academy. They were passed down through generations." Erik died years ago before Harry became a star, but he would have been proud. The boy who was rejected returns again and again to the same image. A small apartment, kitchen window, a mother watching. She did not attend every training session. She could not afford to, but she believed. And belief, when it is pure, is its own kind of magic. Harry Kane is not the strongest, not the fastest, not the most naturally gifted, but he is the most persistent. He never stopped working, and he never worked alone. The family in the shadows built the man in the light. The father who refused to make excuses. The mother who believed before there was reason. The brother who protected the dream. The childhood sweetheart who held it all together. In football, we celebrate the star. But this story shows us it is the family in the wings who help create the conditions for the player to succeed. This has been Career Footsteps. Subscribe for more journeys.